Last weekend there was a lot of drama regarding Brendan Rodgers and the fact he was missing a tie. And here today he's gave all the answers and some transfer updates ahead of Champions League registration deadline for the playoff round tonight. So if you haven't signed anyone by tonight, they won't be a part of that squad. But I'm not really surprised by that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we laughed and made a few wee jokes, right, about Brendan Rodgers and his tie, but how is this even getting asked, man? I'm seeing some people like, oh, that proves he's had enough, that proves he's leaving. And then I've seen some people say that proves he's staying. I mean, there's not really a lot to look into it. He said, well, he was asked and he said, and I quote, "See, when it's really hot, you either take off your jacket or your tie. I don't know what that message is. I'm just warm." End of quote. And it's like, yeah, you know, that's all he's done. All he's done is took his tie off. Now, I mean, I know. See, back in the day when you were at school, you took your tie off. Sometimes you took your blazer off, right? But I don't. Why has this been made out of? I mean, honestly, the media will go with anything. It's almost like here, we'd rather talk about the fact that Rodgers took his tie off than talk about like another team in the league, because this will get clicks. You know, the Daily Record, the Sun, etc. Like, we'll talk about Brendan Rodgers and the lack of his tie, because people will click on that more than if we talk about Livy's great start to the season, for example. It's a bit weird, but yeah, I mean, I don't know how warm it was in Aberdeen last Sunday, whatever, but I mean, all it is no tie, folks. You know, I mean, no tie, and you know, it's not like Celtic have had the start Rangers have had. You could be like, oh, no tie, the pressure's getting to him, but it's been a perfect start, 100% record on the board. But we'll read a few comments before we get into Rodgers' comments on transfers. We've got NS on Twitter. Sounds like he's absolutely losing it. No, that's a Rangers fan, but is Rodgers losing it? M says, just shows how some of our fans are desperate to overthink and make a deal of everything they can. Nothing new, and unfortunately will never change for some. Tend to agree. Scott Brett, if he wasn't on 50 grand a week, he'd have been gone a long time ago. First Premier League team that comes in for him, he'll be off. Imagine having to explain to your fans why you weren't wearing a tie. Diamande says, genuine question here, but why are they skint tramps? I heard Rodgers had to sell his tie to pay for the bus fare back home. The Neil, don't blame him if he walks. Scales Marakovic LVI, he's clearly set to walk. He's not where. I mean, how many times do you see, you know, managers wear tracksuits? Now, yeah, Rangers managers have always had a history of the brown brogues, you know, the suit, the tie, you name it, right? But how many times have we seen Neil Lennon rock up to games, man, and he just be wearing the tracksuit? So I don't understand what to make it. You know, so if Lennon rocked up at a game in a suit and tie, it's automatically game over. You know, Russell Martin didn't wear one, I'm pretty sure, against Dundee. I mean, honestly, as much as I would like us to keep tradition, if Russell Martin wants to come out dressed in a fucking bin bag but win titles, I'm welcome to that. You know what I mean? Come out wearing a fucking bin bag, Russell Martin. So as long as your tactics are good, son, and your performances and results are good, then I'm a happy man. But I mean, honestly, the brown brogues ain't because of the colour, it's because of the shite. I'm kind of just going off on Russell Martin here anyway. But yeah, Brendan Rodgers, what did I have to say about signings? He said, let's see here. Hopefully would be the answer to that. We have right up until, I believe it's the day before the game, to change our squad. So hopefully that can be the case. We hope that we can improve it, and hopefully by then we will do. End of quote. He did go on to say about, oh, we traditionally sign players late in the window. And I do believe there is some rule. I think it's like you can change like up to 2 spots in the squad for new players. So again, there has been a bigger deal made of this like registration thing than I would say there has been in the past. But I guess what you could say is, well, if they sign more than 2 players, someone's going to miss out. And I guess that would be the logic behind it, probably. Anyway, guys, that is where we're going to leave it here on Fog Football. Hibs game will be reviewed, the Dundee United game will be reviewed later on tonight, and hopefully it's a good night. But aye, we'll have to wait and see.